Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. The Rum Regret podcast. I am Andy Drake.
Johanna Myers.
Nate Tussey, and we drink and we know things.
We drink and we know things. This time we are blessed with two special guests.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Drake.
My wife and...
Just Jeanna.
Just Jeanna. Just Jeanna.
The mysterious Jeanna.
Ever be referred to now as Just Jeanna.
Just Jeanna.
Today we are talking about, since we were talking about Ready Player One, we're also talking about our favorite book to screen adaptations, and I'm sure we will talk about our least favorite book to screen adaptations. So I think we all have a different sort of literary past when it comes to sort of what we read and what we did not read growing up. Me being of grander age than most people in this room.
Jesus.
Old man Andy.
Grander age. You're older.
Got a couple years on y'all, all right?
He's also a writer, so there you go.
He's very sensitive about it.
I am. I read a lot of Stephen King growing up. But I mean, there are some common threads. So I'm just going to start it off. One of my favorite book-to-screen adaptations was Misery, the Stephen King novel. I mean...
It was a good movie. I never read
it was
the
a
book.
fantastic movie. The book was really good, but what really made the movie great was just the acting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in there, Kathy Bates
Oh,
and
yes.
James
Bates
Caan.
was
I did not like when they initially cast the movie and saw it because I had read the book earlier. I was just like, wow, it's fantastic casting. It's perfect, and they both nailed the roles.
no Affleck issues.
Right.
Affleck.
Yes.
On that one.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that was one of my best book to screen adaptations. Joe, what's one of yours?
I've got 3.
Okay.
So the first one, which I know everybody is going to hate, because I have the reverse opinion of the entire world, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
one
really?
of my
What,
favorite...
people didn't like the... I didn't read the book. I loved
pretty
the
much
movie.
everybody hated the movie.
Oh, I loved the movie.
And I have a theory on this. I think the people that hated the movie probably would hate the books if they read them, because they're
Absolutely.
just ridiculous.
Well, and I think this is a problem we're going to run into with Ready Player One, where the people that read the book might hate the movie,
Like me.
you know?
Yeah.
Right.
It's
But
not exactly right.
I know.
Right, yeah.
You know what though? Like, well, for me, I'm learning to not be as picky.
Yeah.
but again, we're dealing with considering the narrative, what they put on screen, you know, and the actors in there.
Yeah, the actors were spot effing on. And I've read the book,
Really good.
and I've listened to the BBC show, and
Yeah.
it's just everything was fantastic. The addition of John Malkovich as Hamakavula,
Oh,
it was fine. I'm like, it wasn't in the books. It's a new
No,
thing, but I'm
right.
like, perfect. It totally fits.
yeah. No, it was definitely on note, which what I think Adams wrote.
Yeah.
So yeah, I liked that movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, and real quick, the last 2, Jurassic Park, because that one, my mother read that to me as a kid, and the movie was just
Yes.
amazing.
Right.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that
And
movie too.
Such a great movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single Thomas Harris adaptation that has hit the screen, I'm 100% on board with.
Who's that?
Silence of the Lambs.
I'm glad you said that because I didn't know.
That was for your benefit. I
Yeah.
knew.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, Hannibal.
Of course you read those.
all
I
that.
love that.
Did you see Manhunter?
Actually, okay, now I take that back. I take that back. Everything
Why?
aside from Manhunter.
Thank you. Okay.
Nearly.
Yeah, but all 4 movies
Uh-huh.
and the TV show
Yeah.
are just all fantastic, and each one brings a little different
Sure.
thing to, from the novels to the screen. Like the show just goes kind of in a completely different direction, but it still is, very much that world, and they're all fantastic.
I have a bunch.
Okay.
We can go through
Nate?
quick. Go.
So many.
So,
Go
just
for
to qualify, bless you. Are we allowed to use graphic novels and things other than typical literature for this?
I'm going to say yes because one of my other favorite adaptations from book to screen is actually Kick-Ass.
Oh, good call.
Yeah.
Roger that. So you'll allow it.
Okay, yes.
Great.
I will allow this.
So then I had a general question that's going to put my nerddom into question.
Yeah.
Wasn't Robotech a graphic novel first before it was animated?
I think it was a manga.
Okay, perfect.
All
So
right.
just the whole
Judges?
Robotech series from back in
Yes.
the day. Amazing. Blew my mind. Loved
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Was really
fantastic.
my first anime exposure, I think, in general. Love it. Walking Dead. Have to throw that in there if we're allowed to do comic books and
No,
stuff.
absolutely.
Out of
Yeah.
control good. I'm just going to go through these quickly because I have a lot.
Okay.
Game of Thrones, to a certain point, to a couple seasons ago, was an amazing adaptation. Just
Would you
beautifully done.
say till the source material got thin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and that's been just a nightmare the last season. So, love that. Love Game of Thrones. Great books. Read them. If you haven't, you're losing out. Lord of the Rings, obviously. Throw it out there.
Would you say Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit?
No.
Okay.
I was getting to that. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, amazing. Hobbit, not so much, but for people who haven't read the books, they're actually not bad. And if you get a chance to watch the extended edition of Battle of the Five Armies, oh my god, blood and guts, it's amazing.
If you want a good Hobbit, this is the cartoon.
Yes. Very dark for the children.
Oh my
Is
god.
it- yeah.
That did a
Right.
good job copying.
Yeah.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Can't believe they didn't know that song.
Yeah.
So the Hobbit and the final The Return of the King cartoons were really
Really
good.
good. Yep.
The middle Lord of the Rings one was very very weird.
No, that's
because
a
it was
song.
yeah,
I
because
don't want
it
to hear
was
it.
a different
Play it
and
right
it was a
now.
different yeah.
Yes!
No.
I love it.
Yeah, the
We
music
don't want
in
to
Return of the
go
King and yeah. Frodo of the Nine Fingers
Exactly.
and the Ring
That's
of
amazing.
Doom.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
That's art there.
We need to actually get this on an album.
No, I
think
didn't
so.
hear it. I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
The new record drops on Tuesday. So then I'll go through the rest really quick. So James Bond, Dune.
Oh,
Dune.
Don't
Yes.
get me started on Dune because we could we could literally sit here for 30 minutes. I can tell you everything that I love about the movie Dune.
I believe you.
Yes.
Yeah. I Am Legend. I thought was great.
Oh,
I never read Omega Man.
I disagree.
But I loved the movie.
Oh my god. You didn't. How can you say? Okay, but you didn't read the book.
Doesn't matter. That wasn't a requirement for this conversation.
I thought you had to read it. I beg to disagree, sir. I read the book.
Okay.
Short story, but yes.
I enjoyed the movie. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Oh my god.
I did love that. That was
I
good.
love you too much.
Oh my God.
My best.
90s goth girl.
Best line ever.
I watched that DVD until I wore it out.
I
Yeah.
believe you.
Oh, The Crow, in that same vein.
Oh, very
Oh.
good, very good. And then the last one is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and pretty much anything written by Roald Dahl that they've adapted to the
But not the
screen.
new one, right?
No,
Johnny
not
Depp.
the new one.
Not the
Oh,
creepy
God.
Johnny
No,
Depp
no,
one.
no. Gene Wilder.
Oh,
But then
God.
also like The Witches
His face gives
and
me
James and the
nightmares.
Giant Peach
Mhm.
and all of these movies.
that was so good.
Yeah, all the books that I've read to my daughter
Yes,
that were
yes,
just we've
I
discovered all the
think
movies in the
James
last
and the
year.
Giant books. That's where I can get on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And The
That's
Witches was
Gina
just
approved.
brilliant.
Yeah.
So that's my long short list.
There you go.
All
right.
I need to sneak in a comic book, or I'm sorry, graphic novel, V for Vendetta.
Yes.
Oh, that was a good movie. I didn't read
That
the
was
book.
that. Oh God,
So
yeah.
good.
No, that translated very well to.
Very, very well.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving.
Perfect.
Natalie
Perfect.
Portman did a great job in that too. I'm like, how am I
Okay.
attracted to? And
You can't get me
All
started on Natalie
Natalie
Portman.
Portman.
Down, Andy,
Yeah.
down.
He's
Clean up on
she's
Aisle
on the list. You know.
Cheers,
You
yeah.
know the list.
She
I second that.
might be number one.
She
Really?
is number one, I thought.
Number
It
one.
fluctuates between her and Charlize.
Mine's Jason Momoa.
Really?
Oh.
Well, shocker.
That's
Khal
a-
Drago.
I knew it.
yeah.
No, but he was
She
he
knew
was
him from
first
Stargate.
on Stargate Atlantis. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
super nerd here. Yes, I watched that movie.
This is
Right.
going to have to be a podcast for a later date. Who's on the list?
The who's on
Yeah.
the list?
Right?
Oh,
Why
my
don't we
list
do it
is
right
long
after
for
this
distinguished.
Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, yeah.
Your list is long and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep Buscemi.
Like my job.
long and distinguished. But yes.
Steve Buscemi?
Buscemi
That's
is on
disgusting.
the
I'm sorry.
He's on
Do you have a thing
the
for crooked tombstones in the cavern?
Steve Buscemi could be listening to this podcast right now. You should be ashamed.
I'm sorry, Steve Buscemi.
Steve, you're a millionaire. Fix your teeth.
Hey, Steve, call
Are you
me.
kidding? It's getting him jobs. Oh my god.
I loved you as Scarlet Green and Con Air. Call me.
But put the bunny back in the box.
yeah.
So
Okay, wait. Speaking of Joe's creepy crushes and book adaptation, movie adaptations, is Twilight. I'm gonna go there.
oh, you just
But,
got outed.
Joe says, "Oh, I wish a creepy guy would follow me into the woods." It's true.
Oh
I feel like that
man.
segued back into our original.
That was well done.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. That
Okay. Honey, what are your?
Well, since we're on this Twilight subject,
Go on.
I am one of those people who read the books. Loved the books.
So did I. All
So
of
did I.
them.
Okay, but I hated the movies.
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart didn't blink once
I
in
think
that
it's
movie.
Kirsten, and she does
Kirsten.
blink. She blinks too much.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she-
right. She blinks too much.
And she always looks
That's
like
right.
she's smelling something awful.
She always
There's
has her
just-
mouth open.
Oh
too.
yeah,
Right,
no,
yeah.
it's I smelled a fart face.
And I'm gonna deeply offend Joe and Gina, but I don't think Rob Pattinson's very attractive. I think he's annoying,
You're a horrible
and I don't like him.
The one thing that I get out of the Twilight Saga is the very first time that he saw Bella in the movie, and it makes me think of the
He
Lonely Island
smelled
song.
Oh my!
Eating my.
Don't tell your friends that I'll tell them.
I just ate a grape.
No, I did not like those movies.
This is gonna be our after dark.
Right.
We're after dark.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
technically an after dark after this.
Yeah.
What else? Honey?
Okay. So I read a lot, and pretty much every book I feel like I read turns into a movie. Memoirs of a Geisha, great book, terrible movie. The Sookie Stackhouse novels was True Blood. It's a series. Loved it. They took it in a different way, but in such a great way. I actually would say that they were better than the books.
Wow.
The Magicians, which is a new series.
Love it.
Amazing job. They also took it in a different way. Even better than the books.
Was so?
Two shows that took it way better than the books.
How many books?
3.
And does the first season cover all of those?
No.
No. So
No,
there's-
but then they kind of go off. I mean, yeah, they covered the first book fairly accurately, and then all of a sudden they just kind of went in their own direction, but in a good way. I really loved what they did with it. The books were really good, but I love where they're going in the
yeah,
series.
I love the Magicians.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I
we
think
talked
the
about
actors.
that in our TV shows.
Right, yeah,
this
the
season.
actors that they chose for those
perfect.
people are really,
Fantastic.
really good.
And
Yeah.
you can contest.
Felicia did.
I'm super annoying when it comes to books, comparing books to movies and shows, and it was pretty on par.
Right,
for a
yeah.
while.
For a while you got there were things that would upset you.
Yeah, but I got
But-
over it. It was like,
Right.
because I liked it in the book, but then I realized the reason they did it, and
Yeah.
it's a very good show. American Gods, amazing.
Very cool.
So they take the
I'll
book
concur on that one.
and then they add things to it. So it's really true to the book.
Deeper, right?
Plus they
Yeah.
add like, here's what the main characters are doing, and then they show what you didn't see in the book with the side characters, and it's just awesome, and the actors are great. So that was good. What else? Or we're just going to do good ones.
Keep
right
going,
now.
yeah, good ones, yeah. Or we can talk bad ones.
Oh, okay.
Good round.
I there's just so many.
Let's talk about
Yeah, I'll come.
Anne Rice.
Anne
Yeah.
Rice.
Wait, start with Interview with the Vampire, because you read that.
Interview with the Vampire was really good. Pretty accurate, actually. They only left out a couple of scenes. Queen of the Damned, I hated it at first, but then if you could take it away from the book, it's a good movie by itself.
Blech.
You have to
You're
pretend.
right. No, you're
No,
right.
if
You have to
don't-
pretend
It's a
like it's
standalone vampire movie.
Right, yeah, no, if you-
Yeah,
Exactly.
if you're into vampires, it's a fun movie. I wouldn't even
Yeah.
say it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
It's
fun
not like Dracula.
movie.
Dracula was a good vampire movie. This
Yes.
is just a fun vampire
It was a fun
Yeah,
movie.
you
But
separate
the
it.
book was outstanding.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of my
There's
all-time
just-
favorite books.
It doesn't compare even slightly.
Well-
It's
That's true. It
you
doesn't
don't
do
even
it
know it's
justice.
the same story, except that there's some names that are
Yeah.
similar. It's
Right,
not
and-
the same story.
And
Yeah.
Kasha was hot in the movie.
Yeah, well, and again, they tried to do too much in Queen of the Damned. They tried to combine Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Damned in one movie.
Yeah, they kind of
you're right.
mutilated it.
Right.
You're
you
right.
It was
know?
such a cool story, and they
Right.
left it all
And
out.
you can't go from Tom Cruise to Stuart Townsend.
Well, so it was a low budget movie. That's
weird
that's
jump.
their problem. They didn't have much. So
Well, I think Tom Cruise had no business being Lestat in the first place.
Okay,
I never
But he
liked
killed
him
it.
as Lestat.
He
and
He did a wonderful job,
But his look wasn't the right
It
look.
wasn't-
in my
he
opinion.
wasn't.
And Armand was way off.
Yeah.
Oh my
Antonio
God.
Banderas
Okay,
was
but-
He was supposed to be a 16-year-old, like
Cherub.
cherub-faced, curly-haired,
redheaded
Yeah.
little cherub.
so technically he was more accurate in Queen of the Damned,
Yeah.
Yes.
according to his look, but
Yeah.
actor-wise,
Yeah.
no. But and that's the thing. That was the issue with Queen of the Damned is, everyone knew it as sort of the next step from Interview with a Vampire, and you immediately compare it to Tom Cruise, Antonio Banderas.
Yes, high
and-
quality.
and
Brad
fell
Pitt.
off.
And then you have no actors reprising their roles, right?
Yeah. And the
And
storyline
then-
jumps so
right,
far.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then Armand is completely different.
Yeah.
And so you have to just completely separate from the novel and look at it as a movie.
And it's just a fun movie.
And then
but
right.
yeah, if you were compared to
The soundtrack is phenomenal.
basing it
Oh,
off,
absolutely, yeah.
basing it off the book sucked. My
Right.
last book, one of my most favorite author of all time, Neil Gaiman. He wrote a book called Stardust. The movie was so
Brilliant
cool.
movie.
I
Oh,
loved that
so
movie,
well
and they
done.
did such a good job on it. It really did the book justice. Michelle Pfeiffer was awesome as the evil witch, and yeah, it was just really good. So
Hold on.
Yeah.
yeah.
How about you, Gina?
Next, no, just Gina.
I'll get back to yeah. I
Oh,
have a
sorry.
whole list.
Just Gina.
I have a whole list of terrible books, but
We'll get
that
there.
after,
We will
yeah.
get there.
I'm gonna go back to Roald Dahl, BFG. I feel like if you could make a story that like came from my brain, it would be that. It's just magic.
And you liked the movie.
Yeah, I've had the book read to me. I want to say it was as a child, but no, it was recently. And then saw the movie. And it's just magic.
I saw the
It's
movie. It made me
magical.
cry. It was
It's
beautiful.
So wonderful. Yeah.
Well done. What else?
Yeah. I mean, we've already gone through all my picks. Miss Peregrine.
But that's a not like. Or did you like the movie?
No, it's just like Queen of the Damned, although a little different. Queen of the Damned was very disappointing as comparing book to movie, but totally separate. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, I thought was great in both forms.
I hated the
But
movie.
if you compare it to the book,
It was terrible.
they tried to shove all three books into one movie, which sucks because it would have been great to have a trilogy.
Yeah, it's a trilogy they shoved into one
Ava
movie.
Green, who's fucking genius.
Well, and
Not even close to how they described her in the book, but I just didn't care because they chose Ava Green.
I know.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I actually.
She's on my list.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's on my list too.
Now,
I
that is the only thing I liked about that movie was the change in her character. She
Yeah.
was so cool. But
Yeah.
they just ended the movie like, we're going to write this movie. How do we end it? Just end it. It's like there
Yeah.
was no good end. It just sucked. It sucked. I was really disappointed.
The main female character that kind of downplayed her in the movie and didn't
Yeah,
fight his
get a
fears.
whole
Instead of
into-
working with fire, she manipulated.
Water and
which
air.
is-
No, it was
yeah,
air.
which is-
She was the weightless girl, which is another character. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
They did a good job with the hollows. The creepy creatures that were in
Yeah.
that book.
I can't be mad at anything that Eva Green is in, so.
I was disappointed.
I'm gonna give it an A+.
They should have made it a full trilogy.
Yes,
It
if
would've
they
been
would
way
have,
better.
it would have been fine had they made it a full
I
trilogy.
could have
in my
forgiven the
opinion.
character change with Emma from fire to air or whatever, but
Yeah.
they shouldn't have shoved it all into one because the rest of the books were so good.
Was Eva Green's her TV show an adaptation as well?
No, I don't.
Penny Dreadful.
Penny Dreadful? I don't think so.
I wish.
I love that show.
That was such a good show.
Can we just do a whole podcast?
I think
about
Ava
that?
Green's on all of our lists.
To be honest, I thought you were gonna say, and was Ava Green's breasts out? That's what she's known for.
Okay, no. So I mean, one of my worst sort of book to screen adaptations was something that Eva Green was in.
300 Part 2.
No, Golden Compass.
Oh, yeah, I heard that it
That was a
very good.
fantastic trilogy, and they botched it, and it hurt. It hurt because like I got so stoked when they announced the actors. It was Daniel Craig, Eva Green. It was just like, oh my god, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be fantastic. And
Nicole
then
Kidman, she was.
yeah, I'm not a fan.
Oh, I like her.
I'm not a fan of Nicole. And so sure enough,
I love Nicole
it
Kidman.
just that man, and it was just such a cool. It was such a cool premise. The book was so good, and then it just.
You know what I forgot about? Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. I like the movies.
I thought the Hunger Games movies were great.
Translated well.
I thought they did great, but not Divergent. They sucked.
Oh god, yeah, that was bad.
That was it. See, I keep
But
remembering.
it started good. I thought Divergent was a good movie, but then Insurgent and Allegiant sucked.
I don't even remember them.
I
forgot
don't
they made
remember
the other two.
No, yeah. Well, and then the third book sucked.
Yeah, so you can't really compare that as
Bad.
yeah. There's no going up.
How do you
from it.
really feel? So now we're going on the
I
bad.
think we should go on
Let's
the
go.
bad.
Yeah.
We're on
It's
that
not a
negative
separate
run.
podcast. We're just going crazy.
Yeah.
We're going crazy. So
Bad stuff.
yeah. Well, but again, I just want to reiterate one
Wait,
of
you
my
didn't say any good stuff.
one I did for Misery.
Oh,
But
that's right. I forgot.
my second one was Kick-Ass,
Yeah.
which
Yeah, great.
I just thought so Kick-Ass as a graphic novel was a lot more graphic.
Right.
You know, there was a lot of stuff that they dumbed down in the movie, but I just thought that first movie was just so on par with what they did, and the graphic novel, and it just the tone of the graphic novel was. I think it was just perfectly captured in that movie, and the actor was great. The guy who played Kick-Ass, and then Chloe Moretz as Hit Girl. I mean, that was a no-brainer, and yeah, even Nick Cage as her dad. You know, Nick Cage, you can take him or you can leave him, but
I love Nick Cage.
he was really good. He was really good in that. In that movie.
Start calling
We
him
have another
paycheck.
guest here.
So, oh yeah, we have an extra guest.
Hello,
Hello, what's your name?
I'm Michael.
And you belong to Just Jeanna.
They were all saying their last names, and I got a little creeped out. Also, I often forget my last name.
Do you have any books
A-
that you love that turn into movies?
A favorite book to
Or-
screen.
Yeah.
Yes,
not like
that did a good
adaptation.
job turning into a movie or whatever.
Let me think about this and get back to you.
Okay,
Best-
all right.
Books.
So,
Comic books.
Joe, what's one that you hate?
God, yes.
Sorry. Joe is mid-chip.
Let's see if you can put a name.
Terrible timing. Screen back to
Nature.
Michael. Comic books.
No, the only one on my list was Queen of the Damned, which we already covered.
Right,
Say
yeah.
hated,
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't a good adaptation.
So,
Nate?
Nick.
Shall we go through your list?
No, I don't actually have a
Okay.
giant list for this one. Shocker. I am the curmudgeon, I guess, of the podcast. So the only thing I have down here, we've talked about the other ones. Obviously, The Hobbit was a crazy money grab. Queen of the Damned was just a huge letdown. I was a huge fan of Anne Rice. Or I am a huge fan of Anne Rice.
Since I was. How
pardon-
dare you, sir?
pardon me.
Get out.
The big one I have here circled is anything related to Dungeons and Dragons. Because they have tried so
you're
many times
True.
to do
They've
something
had
with
some
that.
really bad ones. Some real.
They're
You're
all
right.
bad. There's not a good one.
No, you're right. There's
Yeah.
The
not.
only thing they have that's decent is the cartoon from the
Why is that,
late
I
70s,
wonder?
early 80s. And that was
What do you mean,
fun.
why is
But
that? I feel like it's pretty awesome.
Come on.
but the cool thing that I've heard, so
Where are the
you're true.
Is there one
Oh,
new?
you guys seen that?
If there's
Okay.
any
After the
girls there,
podcast.
Do them! Oh my
I'm in the
god.
dark.
magic missiles.
Doesn't have great eyes, but I just thought of that.
You've seen this before. You definitely
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
alright.
The secret.
Okay, yeah, we'll show Nate after this.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say the good news that I've heard on this front is who's the guy that plays the big werewolf dude in True Blood?
Oh yeah.
That is
the guy with
who
the
plays
huge
Alcide?
dong in Magic Mike.
who is now married
There
to
you go.
Sofia Vergara.
I know we know all this
Vergara.
facts about him, but we
He's
can't
a
remember his
huge-
name.
what's his name?
Joe Magna.
Joe
Joe
Manganiello.
Manganiello, yeah.
Manganiello,
Right.
whatever. We murdered that.
Yes.
Joe is a
Magic Mike.
huge
We'll
D&D
call him Joe
fan.
Magic.
Yeah.
He plays D&D all the time. He's a giant fan. He's trying to use
Really?
the star credit he
Awesome.
has to get a real movie made.
Oh, that'd be cool.
The Dragonlance Chronicles.
Oh, how funny.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
hilarious.
whoa!
He's legitimately trying to get that made.
You know what else?
Okay.
Who else role plays? He should get in with his Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Vin okay.
Well, okay, no. So remember,
I was gonna
He
say
has a YouTube channel called D and Diesel, which
Yeah.
I think is
That's
hilarious.
great. That's great.
I was gonna say we should talk also about things that we want to have happen.
Oh,
books that we
that's
want.
no,
great.
that's a great idea.
Dragonlance is a big series that
Yeah.
I want. I want movies.
More than Dragonlance for me
I do
is
have a lot of
Forgotten
movies I
Realms
hate, so.
and Salvatore's Drist anthologies. The Crystal Shard is one of the best books I've ever read.
Yeah.
I'm going deep nerd right now.
Right. No, we're going huge deep nerd.
nerd.
So well,
I
one
will
of the
say that I
wait,
did roleplay that.
Huge deep nerd.
one of the
How deep?
one of the
To the coccyx.
Gina fingers deep.
right.
I have long fingers.
One of the movies I didn't bother to see when it came out because one of my friends is a huge fan, and he told me, he's like, "Don't waste your time." But they were novels that I read were the Dark Tower series.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I
we were
heard
excited
those.
about those.
And-
It's so disappointing.
Yeah.
We're excited about
The
And
those.
movie's
so-
not bad, but it has nothing to do. I mean, it's very barely related to
Right.
novels.
No, yeah, and so I didn't even bother seeing the movie because his recommendation was like, "Nope, you're gonna hate it."
Matthew McConaughey is the devil. all right.
But McConaughey ain't bad as an actor.
I love
True.
modeling
Sometimes
Lance
he's
Armstrong's
fantastic.
taint because his skin is weathered and beaten.
Like Lance Armstrong's tape.
Okay, I have some good ones.
Come
some
here,
ones that
Michael.
I liked.
Come
Okay.
hither.
Come.
You can hear me, right?
We
Yes.
can. You're good.
Okay,
Can you
okay.
hear me now?
The old school Andromeda Strain. That was a pretty good book and decent movie.
Good call.
Super nerd. Come on, deep.
Good call.
Deep.
Yeah,
nerd.
it's a deep cut right there.
That's a weird movie. I liked it, and compared to the book, I thought it was a decent adaptation.
Okay.
And then Sphere was kind of weird. It wasn't quite like the book. That was
That was
another
a great
weird
movie.
one.
Yeah.
It was okay. I liked the BFG recently. I thought that
That's
was a
what I
okay-
said.
okay
This is the one who read it to me just
What
so you
about
know.
Guardians of the Galaxy? Because you read those comics,
Oh,
right?
I loved those movies.
I
love those
did.
movies.
I liked the comics so much. I read the ones in the early 2000s that those I should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways, the original-ish ones, and they, I had high. I don't know. I really liked them, so I didn't. I love the movies, but I thought it was a little different because the saga of the stories is like, we'll see what happens.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
We've
One
talked
at a
about
time.
that a bit. Like the books were really good, so were the movies. So it's like you kind of have to separate them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If you compare it, you'll start to pick the movie apart. Like, oh, it wasn't good enough, but it
Or
was so
vice
good.
versa.
You gotta separate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll think about some bad ones now.
I have
Okay.
a lot of bad ones.
There are a lot.
Is it my turn?
Do it.
Yes.
Do this.
Yeah. Go for it.
So there's a movie. There's a book. I got into a lot of crime novels. There's a book called The Bone Collector.
Oh,
Oh,
I
the
love that
movie.
movie.
I like the
Oh,
movie
I
too.
hated
did not read
it.
the book.
I never
though.
read the book.
The book was
See, there you
so
go.
Like seeing
good.
a trend here.
Right?
I loved Denzel Washington and Angelina Jolie, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be so good.
The Boner
The
Collector.
book was
Exactly. I thought that was going to be a way different movie.
He was very disappointed.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of
I
emotion.
I
Laura
was
Croft, you want to collect my bone?
No, Denzel.
I was disappointed in that movie. There was a lot more to it that they just totally left out. But I did like the acting. Those two actors are really wonderful. But the writing sucked. The other book to movie that I hated, Memoirs of a Geisha, failed. It was such a good book. Shitty movie. Water for Elephants, didn't watch it. Or maybe I watched it and I forgot that I watched it.
Didn't they put
It had Robert Pattinson
was.
in it, and I immediately
He was
didn't
there.
want to watch it. I'm sorry, I hate that
actually made me
guy.
want to watch it, but
I
not
hate that
enough to
guy.
actually didn't
Right.
watch it.
And then
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon, I love her, but she's kind of old for the role. So
How dare
she
you.
was too old for that role. I love her. She's an amazing woman. But you can't have a 40-year-old playing a 20-year-old. I'm sorry, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
But she was Elwood.
I mean, they did it in high school movies all the time. 30-year-olds playing 16-year-olds in high school.
yeah, but she looks 40.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
Mm.
But she's a great actress. I'm not saying this is a dig. I just
Everyone's
didn't
all
see it.
quiet.
Right.
It's getting real up in here.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
I didn't see it though.
I know, right?
But
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot the other one. Sorry.
No. I know one. I've not actually read the books or seen the movies, but I know you've done both. Can
What?
I bust you out here?
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yes, I read one book It was so bad I did not read the other two.
Yeah.
Then I got bored one night and watched the two movies. They're the same. I can't
It's
say
like really bad softcore.
Wait, didn't the
It's
second
really
one
bad
just come out?
No, the third one
Third
just
one.
came out. The other two are on.
Excuse me.
Come on. See how quickly she responded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's lying.
Shame on you, Nate.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I actually want to see the third one. I'm very curious.
I saw the first two, and I haven't read the books. I refuse to read the
The
books.
books are terrible.
Jamie's not afraid of.
The one book is
admitting that
terrible.
she watches
I
them.
read everything, so it's fine. No, oh, Da Vinci Code. Now you reminded me. God, I love Tom Hanks. That movie, shit, it just stinks.
I really
Yeah, it was
liked
terrible.
that.
He was not.
movie.
He was very miscast as Langdon.
And yes, Robert. I read the books. He's not the right actor.
But what if it was Robert Pattinson?
Oh God, way worse.
Real quick,
Way worse.
I gotta ask a question because actually I did read the books, but I don't remember them that well. Was Lee Teabing? Was that good casting? Because I loved him in the
Wait,
in the
Lee
movie.
Teabing?
Oh,
The albino guy.
Ian
Yeah.
McKellen.
yeah, Ian
in
McKellen
Da
as
Vinci
the
Code.
as the
as the polio guy.
What?
His name's Lee Teabing.
Wait, you mean the albino guy?
No,
no
not
no
the
during
albino.
during all the exposition
What are you talking
of the
about?
actual Da Vinci Code.
What?
Magneto.
Oh yes.
You know you're
Sorry,
right, Mandy.
I've had too much rum. Magneto, yes, yes.
What's this?
I forget actors'
Right.
names.
The-
Yes,
he good?
Wait,
was
the
good.
albino?
Yeah.
How many times are you gonna say albino?
That's going to be your new safe word. Albino?
Albino.
No.
I've had too much rum.
Yeah.
Oh, because I really liked him. In that
No,
movie.
he was good. No, he was good. Yes. I love Tom Hanks, but he was not the right actor. Then they changed the ending. Like it was more of like an empowerment of the feminine, and they just shit on it. It wasn't as good as it could have been, and I was disappointed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Lead so Hollywood took away female empowerment.
yep.
Shocker.
Wait, is shocker the right word?
I guess you're right. That's not very empowering.
I apologize. I apologize.
Alright, I know we could go over this all night, but I've got two more good ones.
All right.
Fire away, Jobin.
I know. We think of them as we talk. So
A Clockwork Orange.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
movie fucked
That
me
was
up
a
for
book?
days.
It
Yeah.
was.
That was
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
And Dead Balls on. Two, It. The
I
new
never read the books.
Not the old It.
Well, the old It and the new It, but specifically the new
Wait,
It.
not the ending of the old It, right? Wait, is that in the books?
No,
Weird
no.
Spider? Is
Yeah,
the weird spider?
Yeah, the weird spiders and yeah.
Wait, what's happening?
You mean the albino?
He floats.
Wait a
too.
minute. Did we forget to mention the Harry Potter series?
Yes,
Yep.
you did.
Oh my
it's on my
god.
list, yeah.
Okay, Sorcerer's Stone I thought was dead on.
I liked the movies. I thought they
No,
did a
and I
good
think
job.
Chamber of Secrets was also very close.
Never read the books.
I read the books
Are you freaking
and
kidding
watched
me?
the movies, and I thought they did a good job.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, it did get less and less as the books got longer, right, and the movies, but
They got the meat of it. They got what was important.
the
in
meat
my
and
opinion.
potatoes of
Meat
Harry
and
Potter.
potatoes.
I remember I saw the first movie first, and then I thought, oh, I better start reading all these books because that's really good. And I
Yeah.
started reading the first book, and it was so much like the movie I stopped.
No,
because
it's
I'm like,
true.
I'm just reading the manuscript for the movie.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. No, it was really, really.
But I don't know how as far as the rest.
I thought they
No,
were all really.
I mean, it was really nitpicky with the rest of the movies as to what they left out and what they left in, and what they left in were the major sort of story arcs of the book. But one of the big things that Harry Potter fans complain about was Hermione's house elf movement being left out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now that would have been cool to have.
Right,
in there.
yeah, but it was, I mean, like again, you're trying to turn an 800 page book into a 2 and some odd hour
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
And-
I felt like it was okay.
Am I wrong? But didn't you say there was some sort of Gandalf gay love thing? I missed.
What are you
I
talking
swear.
No,
to God.
Dumbledore's
I
Dumble-
swear to God,
Dumbledore.
I'm not Gandalf. Sorry, thank you, Dumbledore.
Okay, well,
No,
so
no.
that's
That the writer came out saying that he was gay.
right, yeah.
That's all. It's like hinted maybe in the books.
I thought that there was this like backstory that I missed or that didn't get written in or put in that got cut or something that there was like a
Dumbledore was
like
a
love
priest
affair.
and got moved by Ratzinger to Hogwarts.
No.
There you go.
So initially they wanted one of the directors of the movies wanted to talk about a past love of Dumbledore.
There we go. I knew there was something.
And so, but then J.K. Rowling said, well, no, he's gay. And so, but the big news now is...
Fantastic Beasts.
Right, the second Fantastic Beast movie is coming out
With Johnny Depp.
this year.
No.
Right, all right, but with...
Of course.
Really?
Did you see the end? It was Johnny Depp.
I don't remember.
Oh, Gina.
Well,
Just Gina.
How did they go from
Listen.
Colin Farrell to Johnny Depp?
Listen, and I love Johnny Depp, I really do, but ever since Pirates and Willy Wonka, I mean, that's all I ever see.
He's super
Apparently he's
Yeah.
spending his money like Michael Jackson, so he doesn't
Falling
really have a
off.
choice.
Wait,
Quite
does he have
a
a
bit.
Disney ride?
He's
in
gone
his
up.
He
backyard?
has a serious issue with spending money, apparently.
And
Yeah.
he might have an issue with beating his women.
Double-digit houses and...
I'm
really?
down with that, that's fine.
Well, not consensually beating his women.
Yeah.
Non-consensual meeting.
Albino! Safe word!
So Jude Law's playing Dumbledore in the next Fantastic Beast movie.
Is it just me, or is this a whole, what is that, Emporium thing?
No, okay.
Mr. McGee's...
Mr. Megorium's Wonder
McGorium.
Emporium.
All those actors were the
No,
same guy, remember? After...
The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, thank you very much. The late, great Heath Ledger's final fucking movie.
I know, it was a great
You
movie.
disrespectful fucks!
Okay, you said Mr. Megorium's.
How did we get those confused?
Jesus Christ.
There was
So-
a lot of
That's a wrong movie.
consonants
It's-
and
no,
a lot of vowels.
So
That was
in,
Robert De Niro.
in order
Multi-syllabic movie titles.
in order to
It's a
finish
really
the movie,
hard title to remember.
in order to finish, well, they both
already
came out at
forgot.
the same time, and they were so similar in the way they were named.
I
It
know.
makes perfect sense that you would.
It was a great movie. I'm
It,
just saying
it
that
was
the
a
same
fantastic,
actors
but no,
playing
they
the
are
same
the same actors. Yes.
And
So
that's
yeah,
cool, I like
Johnny
it.
Depp, Colin Farrell, and Jude Law played the mirror universe versions of Heath Ledger in the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Yeah, and I'm noticing they're doing the Harry Potter world. And
Right.
That's cool.
And a
I
lot
like
of
it.
when that happens, it's a lot of the same agent has a deal for you guys.
Can you
So
just make it magical and not bust it down like that? It takes the magic away.
sorry, I'm sorry. I've killed the magic apparently. Where I was trying to get 3 fucking minutes ago was that they are making a major literary turn for Dumbledore's character in the next Fantastic Beasts movie.
But he's not going to be gay.
He's not.
Well, you know, if he's
That's
young,
the rumor is that they're going to just axe the whole gay plot.
Why? I was
Well, because she
excited
never
about
really officially wrote it into the book, so they could easily change it.
Guys, there's people in middle
Well, but
America
she
that won't go
said-
see the movie if Dumbledore's a gay man.
But the thing is, the
Yes.
book
I mean,
of
boycotts
Fantastic
for movie
Beasts,
theater.
there's no storyline to it. It's honestly just an encyclopedia of
Uh,
Fantastic Beasts. So
exactly right.
there's no reason for them to not have that be a part of the storyline unless
Well,
his
And
His Johnson is a fantastic beast.
unless the storyline doesn't contain a love interest of any kind and there's no reason to bring it up, then fine.
and we've
But if they're gonna make him straight, then that's gonna make me really angry.
Yeah, they
Okay,
could
hold
have a
on.
love story and him be gay.
I'm just gonna throw something out there and be all crazy. Have we known anyone who has started straight and gone to gay?
Yes. And back again.
Jobin?
They're back again.
Exactly.
Jobin? Yes.
They're
Have you?
back again.
Yes, I know a lot of people.
Just Gina?
Yeah.
Just
No,
Michael?
It's not that they started out straight. They,
I know.
They
Well,
explored the opposite sex and realized they only liked the same sex.
if for some reason they explore a relationship for Dumbledore, maybe this is the one that turns him.
There's no turning. They're born.
Wait,
that
Johnny
way.
Depp turned him gay?
No, Colin Farrell turned me gay.
Anybody, Colin Farrell could turn anyone gay. I'm sorry.
No.
Mike, would you Johnny Depp or Colin Farrell?
I would.
Okay, this is the next podcast.
Yeah, we're set for.
What guy would you do?
Colin
Nate?
Firth? Is
I'm
that
pretty
who-
sure that's never going to be the next podcast.
So, yeah, alright.
But
Jason
sensitive
Momoa.
man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that is the Rum and Regret podcast for our favorite
And
books
on
to
that
screen
note-
and our least favorite books to
Wait,
screen.
I have a bad one. You might have already said it. What's her name? The witch. We just listened to the books.
Miss Peregrine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, we
yeah, we're
did
gonna
it.
talk about
Way
that.
past it, dude.
Just ended.
So again, we are the Rum Regret podcast. Thanks for hanging on. 40 minutes in, everybody. This was a good one.
And remember,
You only regret the rum you don't drink.
cheers.
Cheers. Take care, everybody.